What are we making today?
We're making some homemade peanut butter. We're gonna use the 3 cups of peanut that we deshelled ourselves, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and a pinch of salt. You don't have to use the oil. You can do it just like that, but it says that we can use from the research that I did, that you can use olive oil or vegetable oil or peanut oil. You don't have to, but I'm trying it with the oil, and then I'll let you know. So it says it's best to do it in a food processor. I don't have a food processor, but I have a blender, and it does have the extraction mode, so I am hoping that will work, along with constant turning. So I'm going to put my 3 cups in, so not to get any out. So that's my 3 cups of peanut, and I'm going to put the 1 tablespoon of olive oil in there. It also said that it's optional to put honey, but I don't want to put any honey in it. I don't feel like sweeteners are necessary in something that's like something like this. So I'm doing it without any honey. I'm just doing it the plain way, where it's just the peanut, salt, and oil. I'm going to cover it, and then I'm going to turn it on and put it extra. And why I'm doing it at the extract mode is because you want to do it at like 1-minute intervals, so that you don't strain the motor of your machine, whether it's a food processor or the blender. And you also can see the different textures that it's going to have. It's going to look grated at first, or chunky, or lumpy, and then it will start to clump together, and then it will start to.
Check on it real quick.
It's because Lavon's moving the opening lid or something. Zafira! Yeah, I could hear it.
So what's he doing?
He's moving something down there. Like dragging something. Did you clearly hear this just now?
Okay.
So you can see how it's starting to look like chunks. So that's the first thing. So I'm just going to shake it around a little and to kind of like turn it around. Don't do this while the machine is on. Make sure that it's off, and then just mixing it around. Cover it back. And put it on the machine. take a while before it gets to the texture or the consistency that you want it. You just have to mix it around, you know, like give it a good turn so that everything can mix together, so that it all is being blended and not just one side of it being blended and the other, or the inside is being blended and the outside isn't. So when it makes that noise, I'll just take it off and mix it around with the fart. Look at how it's clumping together. So the more it blends, the more you'll notice there's a different texture, a different consistency. You just have to keep going. If you can see right here, it's starting to look less chunky and more pasty like. It's starting to combine together, but I still have to do it more. And it already smells like peanut butter. And again, it had a peanut smell to begin with, but you know that strong peanut smell that when you open the peanut container that you smell as you open it? That's what you smell when you take off the cover here. This 3-cup might only give you 1 cup of peanut butter, of homemade peanut butter. Feel like I've been gypped. I'm just gonna scrape down everything that's on the sides. Make sure everything gets in. Scrape it all down. Easier it's spinning. It's not like forcing to spin around. And you see how the texture of it, you see how the texture of it from the machine, you can see that it's starting to look more creamy. That's what you want. again, if you look inside, you'll see the consistency of it changed. I want it to go some more. See, look. I want it to go some more because I want it very, very creamy. Man, this reminds me right now of the chunky peanut butter that you buy from the store. We're just scraping down the sides, getting everything in there, because as the consistency change, you'll notice that the machine actually spins it up. It shoots it up into the blender cup. Ooh, I got some peanut butter there too. I'm also cleaning off the cover of it, because you know, I took some time peeling these peanuts, so I can't let any of it stay in the cover. Don't mind that, you know, like during the whole peeling process, I kind of ate like half of the amount of peanuts. You know, you sit there and you watch a little show and you're peeling your peanuts and you don't even realize when some of it goes to your mouth.
That's why I don't cook.
How easy it spins now. It's not spinning it up or anything like that. I want it very creamy. Still not creamy enough. Still not at the texture that I wanted. So I still gotta put it for more time. So I changed the speed from the extract to the high. And it still needs to go more. But at this time, you'll want to give your machine a little rest because it's been doing a lot of work. So I'm going to give it like a little 5-minute break and then I'm going to start again. So I've given the machine a 5 minutes rest, so I'm just gonna put it on high again. Or power it on, you know. Lock the machine good before you put it on high. Take it off And I'm going to scrape down my sides and show you the consistency of it. So this is the consistency of it. See how it's dropping? It's still got a little, you know, clump chunks in there. So I'm just gonna put it for a little bit more. But you see how the texture of it has changed again. So it went from chunks to clumps to lumps, and now it's smoothing, and it's smoothing out and it's becoming creamy. That's what you want. So I'm just gonna scrape everything down in the sides and then put it for like a minute or two more, and then it should be done from there. Well, at least to the texture that I wanted. If you want it a bit more creamier than that, go right ahead. It's to your consistency. You're the one that's gonna be eating it, you know? I should probably measure it in my measuring cup so you guys can see how much you actually get from this 3 cups of peanuts.
So it would take longer if this whole thing was filled up.
Yeah, it would definitely take longer. I think you would be straining the machine at that point though.
Yeah, so you got to just do it in, what's this, quarters?
Oh yeah, there's a measuring thing on the side. So this has 250, I would say like 375 liter of peanut butter. So back on for a minute. Yes, this is exactly where I. Damn, you see that, the smoke. Woo! This is the consistency that I wanted. Look at how it's just coming right down. That is where I want it. See how it's just pouring? I'll put it in my measuring cup and it's just pouring down. That is where I want it. It just pours out nice and creamy. Look at the poor man. Peanut butter. Who knew making peanut butter was that easy? Simple, 3 ingredients. Just peanut, oil if you want to add oil, and salt.
And how long does it last?
It could last for a month. Just put it in your refrigerator.
And this is like the real stuff. This is not, no preservatives, nothing.
Yeah.
You got all of it out.
I have to. I put too much work into this. Into the peeling of those peanuts, man. Took some time. My mom even watched me and she was like, you know, you want some help? And then she ended up helping me eat my peanuts too. I'm putting it in a measuring cup so that I could tell you guys exactly how much I got. Which I feel like I'm being gypped by this blender. Because my spoon, I can't get my spoon in those little crevices there. So I feel like I'm being gypped. but you know, I got as much as I can get from it. So let's see. So we got almost 2 cups. I think we would have got the 2 cups, you know, if I could get the rest of what's in there. But we got almost 2 cups.
And you started with what, 3 cups?
Yeah.
Okay, so during the conversion of energy, you lost a cup.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
So this is the peanut butter, and just for you to see how it flows.
That's a thumbnail right there. Look at that.
And look at how it swirls. Man.
Now you could do this with any kind of nut.
Yep. Basically, from what I read and everything, any nut.
But the most famous, the most infamous one is regular peanut.
Because everybody eat peanut butter. Peanut butter you could use to make a lot of things. I definitely know, and we're gonna have some PB&J.
Has he tried it before?
Not really.
I know you don't like it.
Well, we gonna try. He's still young, so this is the trying stage of everything. And we got peanut butter. Peanut butter. Thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.